Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of Global Tarot Circle. This is our online monthly tarot meetup. It's so good to see everyone here. We are broadcasting on YouTube, both horizontal and vertical, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. Wherever you happen to be, you are more than welcome to join us. The way this works is we start out with readings we're here for an hour. For about the first half hour, we will be doing readings, and we'll be doing them in a particular format. The format is you ask a question. I will take the questions in the order in which I see them. I will answer the question with one card. Wherever you are, if you've got your cards and you feel called, you can also do a reading and put it in. This is going to work best if you're watching on YouTube, but put it into the comments and I'll read it. If you're not on YouTube, I'll read it for people. Put it into the comments with the name of the person that you're reading for, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. So that's how we'll do that. So if you want to ask a question, you can go ahead and get the question in. And wherever you are in the world right now, let us know where you are in the world and what deck you're working with. When we get Caroline, thanks for subscribing. Great to see you. When we get to about halfway through the hour, we're going to switch over to tarot and divination study. Oh my goodness, Barbie, your mom is here. That is so good. Yes, absolutely. Of course. Absolutely. So, oh my goodness, Ness, Audie had a car accident. That's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. My goodness. Oh, Caroline, you're in St. Petersburg. Well, I can right now announce I'm going to do like a 3-day tour to the Tampa Bay area in second weekend of August. If you'd like to see me in person, let me know because that will be possible. So glad you're here. All right. So let me hop on over to Card Cam. Okay. So, hey, Mary Ellen Collins. Yeah, long time no see. It was so good to see you today. Thanks for being here. Okay, Caroline, you're working with Hoodoo Tarot. Trisha, you're in St. Pete as well. Well, once again, feel free to reach out if you'd like to do a house party or figure out another way to have a reading with me while I'm in town. You just let me know. Okay, so let's just say hi to a couple of people here. And again, if you are here, let me know where in the world you are, what deck you're working with, and go ahead and get those questions in because we're going to start readings in just a moment. Okay. Oh, Trisha and Caroline, you're friends. That's fabulous. I love that. Okay, Smile Soul 20, thanks for being a member. You are in Connecticut working with Golden Girls Tarot. That is so cool. All right. And Ness, you have the good old Rider-Waite Smith. You can't go wrong with that. Penny for your thoughts. Good to see you. All right. Let's get going. You can see that I am working with Wiser Tarot, which is, it's a weight deck. Can't go wrong. Okay. Here we go. I will take these in the order in which I see them. And again, if you would also like to do the reading, go ahead and put the name of the person, the card you got, and your interpretation. If you have asked a question, make sure you read through the comments to get all your answers. And if you have answers that aren't on YouTube, I'll read them to you. Okay, here we go. Penny for your thoughts. Good to see you. Glad you're here. All right. And Rebecca Dusk, so good to see you. I felt so bad. You came in just as I was signing off yesterday. So good to see you. Glad you're here. So, Rebecca, thanks for being a member. You're in Ontario using Tarot Landscapes. Marcia White, so good to see you in Louisville, Kentucky, using New Visions Tarot. So cool. Glad you are here. Thank you so much for being here. All right. First question, and this is an easy one. And here's the thing. I'm going to say two things to you. One is advice for what we're about to do, and the other is a tarot teaching moment. We're going to do the tarot teaching moment first. If you're a reader who doesn't like to do general readings, here's the secret. Every general reading is a question. And the question is, what does the universe want me to know right now? So don't be afraid of those general readings. Recognize that's the question. Now, for the purposes this evening, if you'd like a reading but you don't know what to ask, you can always ask, what does the universe want me to know? There it is. Okay, give me 1 second just to catch up here. Joy Associate, I love these tarot teaching moments. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so first up is Smile Soul 20, who has been a member for more than 3 years and is also a moderator. So good to see you. The question is, what does the universe want me to know? If you would like to do this reading, at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, and go. Smile Soul 20, Page of Swords reversed. The universe wants you to know that communication in certain circumstances is difficult. You have to be really ready to have difficult communication you don't want to have, but equally ready to not speak if that's what you think the right thing to do is. So trust your intuition, trust your intelligence, be willing to have the hard conversations, but also be willing to just shut up if that seems like the best path. Good luck. Okay, up next we have Christina. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. You would also like to know, what does the universe want me to know? If you'd like to do this reading, at Christina, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what does the universe want Christina to know? 7 of Wands reversed. You are not alone. You have supporters, you have friends. That is true spiritually and in real life. You can ask for help when you need it and recognize that no one's going to leave your butt flapping in the wind or hang you out to dry. All right, I'm going to hop on over to YouTube Vertical for a moment. Barbie Bird, who's a member for more than 2 years. My mom is here for a visit. Can we get a card for our time together? And they are in Toronto. They are in Toronto. Oh, Robert, are you working with Fairy Tarot Oracle? So good. So good. Thanks for being here. All right. So if you'd like to do this reading, at Barbie Bird, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And the question is, we're just looking for a card for the time together for mother and daughter. Three of Swords. It's okay to discuss difficult things. It's okay to cry. It's okay to talk about delicate things and things in the family that are difficult. It's okay. And in fact, it's prescribed. This is what it sometimes takes to have sort of the energy and the connection that you want and need to have. Let's see what other people have to say. Right. And then Mary just brings you the 10 of Cups, right? Good family times nonetheless. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So make sure you read through and see, or just watch the screen because it'll flash on the screen. Okay. Who is next? Nine Worlds Tarot. Kristen Louise, good to see you. You're in Columbus, Ohio, using Golden Klimt Tarot, so glad you're here. The next question is Mariana. What awaits me this month? And I'm watching Barbie's readings come in, and it's pretty cool. Okay. What awaits me this month? If you'd like to do this reading, at Mariana, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, Temperance. A lot. And it is a mixed bag. There is creativity. There is the need to be patient. There is the need to be careful about how you do things, and the need to create solutions to problems. The good news is the solutions are available to you. Okay, over on YouTube Vertical, a penny for your thoughts. First of all, thanks for being a member for more than a year, Penny. Thanks for being a moderator, and thanks for using members-only emojis. So Penny for your thoughts is getting a puppy and wants to know if she will be able to pay for this puppy easily. Will she have the money for the puppy? Okay. So if you'd like to do this reading, at Penny, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, Knight of Cups reversed, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to really work to make this happen, but let's turn it right side up to bring you that energy. And you really are in love with this puppy, so let that love motivate you to do what you need to do. All right. Who is next? It's Mediha Ness. Ness, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. A very bad day. I'm so sorry. Audie had a car accident. How will it go with party A and party B? I have severe anxiety. Okay, so I'm going to step aside from the format here because that's heavy. And that happened today. And Ness has been a member here for like 3 years. So I'm going to do a thing I don't usually do, but I'm going to do it. And do you mind if I break the rules? No, of course you don't. And if you do, I'm sorry. So. I'm going to do more than one card, but I will invite you to just follow the format yourself at Mediha Ness, or just Ness, N-E-S, the name of the card you got, your interpretation. You're looking for how's resolving the complexity of the accident going to go. And I'm going to dig in a little more deeply. So I think this is going to be problematic. I don't know that all the parties are going to be on the same page. And I feel like there's a lot of energy flying around here. Now, from Audie's perspective, Audie just wants to handle this the best way. No issue there. The other people involved are going to have a hard time letting this go. They're going to have like issues around it and will be hard to deal with. And so hopefully this is something we can just run through insurance and let it be. I think in the long run, everything's going to be fine, but it just feels really stressful because they're going to make it more stressful than it needs to be. All right. I am scrolling through here. Okay, next question I see is Caroline. So good to see you here. Thanks for being here. And of course, I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Okay. Here it is. Caroline Houghton, welcome, first of all. Guidance for career path. That's what we're looking for. Guidance for a career path. If you would like to do this reading, at Caroline, and we have a few Carolines in this community, Carolines, Carolinas, Carolines. So say Caroline H, just to make sure there's not confusion. I think you're the only one here now, but that could change in a second. So, Caroline H. And we're looking for advice, guidance on the career path. If you'd like to do this reading, at Caroline H., the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. The Hanged One, well, if you teach yoga or meditation, you're in really good shape. Otherwise, there are questions here about where do you have control and where do you not have control. And this tells you to be patient. It tells you to be spiritual. And it tells you that you can only do so much, and you just have to be ready to do what you can do when you can do it. And there's a lot here that's out of your control. Does that make sense? Good luck. Good luck. Let's see what other people have to say. All right. Who is next? Mary Collins, so good to see you. And thanks so much for doing readings. I see you there doing readings. Thank you, thank you. Mary, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Got another question. Will I have good luck attracting a mentor to take me to the next level in astrology? I don't know that you need a mentor at this point. I think you may need groups. I think you need different perspectives. It's good to have someone you can ask questions of, but I feel like it's going to be more than one rather than just one. And again, if you'd like to do that reading, at Mary, the name of the card and your interpretation. Will Mary have good luck attracting a mentor to take her to the next level in astrology? Caroline, you are very welcome. And Mary says, my own card is the Page of Wands, so I'm the student, right? And eternally. I mean, aren't we really eternal students at the end of the day? So wherever you are, wherever you're watching us, if you have a question, go ahead and let us know, and we will do our best to read for you. And here I am scrolling down, and Nine Worlds Tarot, I see you doing readings. That's fabulous. Okay. Ness, I see you doing readings. Very good, very good. Thank you. Okay. Give me 1 second here, and let me find the next question. It's Sundial, Sundial 40. Good to see you. Here's a question, and this is practice in yes or no. We all know how yes or no questions, the binary questions, can be tricky in tarot. Let's give it a try. Sundial 40. Did my friend cat sitter take good care of my kitty while I was away? If you would like to do this question at Sundial 40, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. 7 of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to say they were lazy. And that's not to say that the kitty didn't get good care, but it is to say they probably did not get the care that you give. But okay. Let's see what other people have to say. Okay, Joyous Ocean. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Okay, not able to find the kitty. I am so sorry. Helping my son hire an attorney for all the legal stuff dealing with the fire. Have we picked the right attorney? I am pulled in so many directions to support him. So the question here, has Joyous Ocean found the right attorney? Again, another binary, yes or no? If you'd like to do this reading at Joyous Ocean, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Let's see what we got here. Ace of Pentacles reversed. If you've already hired the attorney, there's really not much you can do. If you have not already hired the attorney, I wonder if it might make sense to look around more. Good luck. I know it's hard. I know it's really hard. Okay. And again, if you'd like to do that reading, at Joyous Ocean, the name of the card you got. And I know. Let's see what other people have to say. Just watch the comments and see what other people have to say. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, Rebecca, I see you doing readings. So great. Excellent. Right, Joyce Ocean, I kind of feel like I'm taking all the best steps, but since there's so many steps in so many directions, I feel like I'm getting nowhere fast. And that might just be what it is. Okay, Mary Collins pulled extra cards for you, so definitely check that out. That's good. I'm glad you did that, Mary. Thank you. Okay, Nine Worlds Tarot. Okay, I see you doing readings. I thought that was a question, but it's not. That's okay. The next question I see is TJ and GA. So good to see you. Here it is. Hey, Dorella, good to see you. Okay, TJ and GA. Here we go. Any insight into a possible relationship and what would be helpful for me to know to recognize them? That's a lot in one card. Let's see how well we can do. If you would like to do this reading, at TJ, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Possible love relationship. What's helpful to know? Okay, we got death. Here's my interpretation. I'm going to say absolutely yes to a possible love relationship. And what you need to know is it's going to feel different than anything you've had before in a good way. Okay. And once again, if you'd like to do that reading, at TJ, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Yeah, I think we all agreed about Sundial's cat sitter, didn't we? Okay, Dorella. We've got a question from Dorella. What's coming for me in the near future? Oh, Dorella, thank you. Dorella's asking everyone to like the video. Please do, please do. Okay. Dorella, what's coming for me in the near future? If you'd like to do this reading, at Dorella, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Here we go. What's coming for me in the near future? Improvement. Things that have been hard will get easier. If you'd like to do this reading, at Dorella, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. We're going to hop on over to Facebook for a minute for Joanne. Good to see you. I just asked my daughter's new boyfriend to fix my fence. Will he come through or not? Another binary question. Let's see. If you'd like to do this reading, at Joanne, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Let's see what we got. King of Pentacles, I'm betting yes. Yes. I think he will. I still think she needs to go, but I think he will. Oh, Joyous Ocean, I've liked the video since love is not a possibility. Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Who is next? So, who's here who hasn't asked a question? It's kind of last call, and we're about halfway through the hour, so that makes sense. It's kind of last call for questions for the cards. So if I accidentally skipped you, I did just say that, Joanne. Was that bad? Was that a bad thing to say? Sorry, but yeah, I did just say that. Anyway, yeah, I think he will do it. I think he will do it. Okay, here's our next question for the cards. If you've asked a question for the cards and I haven't gotten to you, it's because I accidentally skipped you. So go ahead and get that question in again. And if you haven't asked a question you want to, it's last call. And I want you to get your tarot and divination questions in. What do you want to know about the cards? What do you want to know about tarot reading? What confuses you? What doesn't make sense? Go ahead and get those questions in as well. Ness, so good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, we're now going to do 9 Worlds Tarot. Kristen Louise, glad you're here. What does the universe want me to know? There's the question. Okay, 9 Worlds Tarot. You can just tag it 9 Worlds. What does the universe want her to know? 9 Worlds, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. It's all about healing. Whether it is you healing others, whether it is you needing healing, it's all about healing. Every single thing. That's where the focus needs to be. You're the second one I pulled that for today. Up next, PC Bain. So good to see you here. Thanks for being here. My dog, Max, exited this world. Oh, so sorry. So sorry. How is he? Okay, everyone, we're going to do tarot pet mediumship. Is it a thing? It absolutely is. It absolutely is. At PC Bain, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. How's Max doing on the other side? Max is happy and healing, knows that you are sad, but with the star reversed. PC Bain, yes, we know you're Feb-born. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to announce that or not, but since you did, I will. PC Bain is Feb-born, who's been a member of this community for quite some time. With the star reversed, I think Max is still sort of finding his way, but I think he's good. I think he's doing well. And I think he's finding his healing. Okay, we've got Anushka Singh over on Vertical. What's coming for me in the next 6 months? If you'd like to do this reading, at Anushka, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what's coming for me in the next 6 months? Queen of Pentacles. Potentially family stuff. I don't know if you're married or going to be getting married, have a baby or going to be having a baby, but this can also be career. So family and career will both be really important in the next 6 months. All right. Caroline McLaughlin, so good to see you. Good morning to you. I know you're over in Australia. Glad you're here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. I thought another Caroline would show up here today, and here you are. How's my 17-year-old cat doing? If you'd like to do this reading, at Caroline M, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Queen of Swords, not bad for an old one. Really not bad. Not bad for the age. All right. So the floor is still open for readings, but it's also open for tarot study. What do you want to know? Do you have questions about decks, about cards, about reading techniques? The thing that I want to talk about, is the thing I talked about in the newsletter. If you had a chance to read the newsletter, I know it just came out this morning, so maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I know Kristen Louise did. And Caroline Houghton, thanks for doing readings. Great to see you do that. Fabulous. So the thing that I wrote about, or one of the things I wrote about in the newsletter is about depth. It's about depth. Oh, you know what? It wasn't the newsletter you were talking about, because I wrote about that in the newsletter a couple of months ago. But Kristen Louise, it was a video I did on TikTok and YouTube. Right. I remember, where I talked about never let the perfect be the enemy of the good. The newsletter is about depth and how it's hard to have depth in our society right now. And the question I posed is tarot always deep? And I don't think it always has to be. It can be, it doesn't always have to be. A tarot reading can be simple or it can be deep. But here's the thing. When we learn tarot, we start off, most of us, learning keywords, right? We learn keywords for individual cards. We learn keywords for groups of cards, right? Oh, Joyous Ocean, Jada loved that quote in the short video. Thank you. We use keywords in for groups of cards, like keywords for the majors versus minors, keywords for the different suits, keywords for the numbers. We are filled with keywords when we study tarot, and that's helpful. But a keyword does not an interpretation make. So my question to you, if you've already gotten through that, if you're a tarot reader where you're already past the keywords and you're interpreting the cards, how did you do that? How did you get from keywords to solid interpretations? And if you're a reader who hasn't gotten there yet, like where you're just like, okay, these are the keywords and these are how the keywords show up in my life, let me know that and let me know your thoughts around that. And I can tell you that for me, this has been an interesting journey of late because I've been working with the runes. And of course, what am I doing with the runes? I'm learning their keywords. And of course, each rune has a word, right? Fehu is cattle. Anzus is mouth. Hey, Vanna Not White, good to see you. Let us know if you have a question for the cards or about the cards. We're doing both. All right. So. The reason we started doing Weird Wednesdays with Eric Arcadian is because I really wanted to learn how to move from the words or keywords for the runes into interpretations. And what I'm recognizing is the way that works best for me at the beginning is when I have more than one of them together to make a story or to combine. So I would say then with tarot, card combining in a reading is one of the ways to move past keywords into interpretations. What are your thoughts? We have another question for a reading coming in, which we can absolutely do. It's Trisha. Trisha wants to know, will I leave Florida by the end of the year? If you would like to do this reading, at Trisha, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Will I leave Florida by the end of the year? If you are returning, we've got the Six of Cups reversed. If you are returning to a place you've been before, then yes. If you're going to a new place, I'm thinking it's going to take longer. Do y'all see how I got that? Does that make sense? Right? And we also have a question from Vanna Not White over on Twitch. My mother has been tormenting me on my way out. I'm trying to move away, and it's gotten very toxic. It's gotten to a very toxic point as hard as I try to jump through hoops. I was wondering what karma she would face for this as the last 3 weeks have been devastating. Why do you think she's going to face anything for this? I have a question about your question. Because isn't this how she is? Like, isn't she showing you how she is? So what I'm going to say is, like, once you are gone, how is this all going to sit with her? How is this going to sit with her? If you would like to, you've never seen this side of her before. I think it's always been there, and I think you need to look really, really hard. I think she's terrified of you leaving. It ramped up 3 weeks ago. Interesting. I feel like it's always been there. But then, I wonder if this is the first time you're doing something she didn't want you to do. What was that? I think I missed how abusive she was. Still, I started taking therapy. Yeah. So Vanna Not White, and if anyone else wants to do this reading, at Vanna Not White, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. So what will be the consequences? I'm not going to say karma. I'm going to say consequences. What consequences will your mother face here? I don't think she'll face any. I really don't. I think this is a gift to you for you to see what is. And once you see it, do not unsee it. I'm sorry, but there it is. And I'm so sorry you're going through that. All right. It's Annie over on Twitch. Good to see you. Let us know if you have a question. So, back to the tarot reading topic. Getting from keywords to more in-depth interpretation. What Mary says is it just comes with time, and context is important. Context was important to me in the beginning. It took me a while before I was comfortable without a question. Right, because you're centering on the context of the question. And Vanna Not White, Mary has pulled a card for you, which is Temperance. I know you can see it on the screen, but I'm going to read it to you as well. I think the key is balance. Take the lesson she teaches and find out how to keep it in perspective. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. So, tarot readers, we kind of have this idea that context is key here. And that totally makes sense because, like, we teach a lot of context classes here in our village here because that's important. So let's think about that. Let's play with keywords versus interpretation. Vanna Not White, Rebecca has read for you as well and got the 6 of Swords. Be mindful of making your escape. Even if not physically, mentally is the tough part. But as the card shows, you are moving to calmer waters. Agreed. So, back to the conversation about keywords to interpretation. Let's play with context. In that context, let's play with context. And I want to start, I'm going to pull a card at random. And I want you to share with me keywords that you think of when you think of this card. Okay? Ready, set, go. What keywords do you have for the 9 of Cups? I'm not going to say any. You go ahead and you tell me, wherever you are coming in, you tell me, what keywords do you have for the 9 of Cups? When we talk about, like, my experience recently is sort of in the combination of more than one token, more than one card, more than one rune for me, that's where it starts to come together. And I think that's context too, because as they talk to each other, there's context. So Mary Collins says, wishes coming true, emotional satisfaction, and generosity for the 9 of Cups. That's a good one. Who wants to add to that? Someone add to that. Hey, Sailor Dune, so good to see you. Care Bear, Bard of Cards, so good to see you. We are talking about the 9 of Cups and its keywords. What keywords do you have for the 9 of Cups? We already have wishes coming true, emotional satisfaction, and generosity. I will put this to the side and let you get some more keywords in there. What other keywords do you have? We're going to handle Sailor Dune's question, and then we'll come back and see what we got. All right. Sailor Dune. I was wondering what my move is going to be like. A lot of people are moving right now. Have you noticed that? I was wondering what my move is going to be like on the 15th, if it will increase my creativity. If you'd like to do this reading, at Sailor Dune, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And I'm still looking for keywords for the 9 of Cups. Oh, you've noticed that in other chats too, Sailor Dune. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So Sailor Dune, the question is, will the move increase your creativity? If you'd like to do this reading, at Sailor Dune, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. King of Swords, I'm going to say yes, and in a very big way. It's a good thing. It's the right thing at the right time for you, I believe. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Frana Jacobs, I came across this live a few minutes ago by divine guidance, maybe. Your first words were, what karma will she face? And I was putting myself to rest about karma sorting out injustice, not me. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, everyone, for participating with the 9 of Cups. I appreciate you. So, Care Bear, this is interesting. You see smugness. I can see it. I understand. As in, I'm fine with how things are, like to be smugly happy. Now, Mary Ellen sees more generosity here. You see more smugness. Okay. Hang on 1 second here. I saw someone else ringing in on this. Give me a second. We've got, Caroline, many choices and addiction in reverse. Now, to me, that's more like the 7 of Cups. Like, I would totally see the 7 of Cups there. I'm having a hard time that with the 9 of Cups, but if that works for you, there it is. There it is. Oh, Caroline, in the 9 of Cups, you see hedonism. Interesting. And Care Bear, so you are one who sort of differentiates between the different interpretations, and you see this guy is smug. So I will tell you the first key words. Yes, you're right. Okay. The first key words I learned for this card, fat and happy, which is sort of that smugness, like, yeah, I'm fat and I don't care. I'm happy with who I am. Thank you very much. So there is a smugness there. And what has recently come up on social media, and I think it's true, I don't know if I can make this more visible to you, probably not, that this looks a lot like a younger John Travolta. And has it changed how this card reads for me now that I think of John Travolta? No. But it's an interesting thought. Now, the other keyword I had for this is the happy merchant, that within the suit of cups, right? Like, one thing we think about when we think about the suits is we know cups are more about emotions. We know pentacles is going to be about grounded things. Wands is going to be about our passions, our motivations, our creativity. But within suits, like the elements come into the different suits. So for me, in the cups, this is the most pentacles and wands aspect of the cups, because he can be an entrepreneur. He can be a merchant, and he can be happy with what he's got going on. He's happy with his business. So this can be, for me, also a card of business. So right away, you can see how we have like so many different keywords. This is why Wald Amberstone of the Tarot School once said to me, we trust the universe to bring the right querent with the right question to the right reader with the right deck at the right time. Right? So, oh my gosh, Mary, I'm working with the RWS tonight, and I took a good look, and he absolutely does look like John Travolta. Now, might John Travolta come into the reading at some point with this card? It could. How am I doing? Staying alive. I mean, I'm old, right? For me, John Travolta is Saturday Night Fever, right? There it is. Hey, Contrazi, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're talking tarot. Let us know if you have any questions. So, okay, so first of all, we recognize there's a lot of different keywords. Right, Care Bear, staying alive magician because of the disco hand motion. That's freaking hilarious. That is hilarious. Mag 305 full, good to see you. Thanks for being here. So, one way to get out of the keywords and into interpretation is to learn other people's keywords. Another, yeah, Mary, first rule of intuitive readings, go with the first uncensored thought. There you go. Right, and now we're all seeing John Travolta. No one can see it. So now let's play with the context of the cards. What happens to this card? And again, we don't know the question, right? This is a general reading for a person we don't even know. What happens to this card when you now add the Four of Swords reversed? So first of all, give me your keywords for the Four of Swords reversed. What do you got for that, first of all? And then, what do you have when you put these two together? What does this card do to this card for you? Let me know. I will tell you that when I see the Four of Swords reversed, I'm like, get busy. Eat your Wheaties. I know that's an old lady reference too. We used to say that, meaning like you're going to really need a lot of energy, so take good care of yourself. So when I see this, I'm going to say there is no time to rest. You are going to be busy taking care of stuff, doing what you need to do. So if you see these two cards together, okay, so for Mary, it's waking up out of a slumber, recovery, time to get your butt in gear. Yeah, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. So when we put these together, how does this change that? And how do we get an interpretation when we add these things? Rebecca, you're seeing resting after partying. Makes sense. Went to the bar, had a bunch of drinks. Makes sense. Oh, Caroline, when you see the Four of Swords reversed, you think about burnout. That makes sense. Trisha, you put these two things together and see good health. Interesting. I like it. I like it. That makes sense. What else? Give me something else. What else do you see? That's okay, Rebecca. It's reversals are up to you whether you want to play with them. Okay, Care Bear, you see controversy. Interesting. So do you want to say more about that? I want more. I want more from that. So what I would say, oh, Mixuir, we will do that question. Good to see you. Rebecca likes good health for this too. I like that. What I would see here is like one of my things with the Nine of Cups there is, because it is sort of a card of wishes fulfilled, there is some sense of manifestation here. And there it is. This is exactly what I was going to say, right? So Mary, put these two together. Might be a good time to not be so complacent about life. Stop being so dreamy and make something happen. Yeah, I was going there. Absolutely. Care Bear. Things aren't at rest, like Three of Swords, but before it, stirring things up. Absolutely. What I would say is, yeah, you've got an opportunity to make something happen. You want to make your wishes come true. You have the ability to do it. God helps those who help themselves, so get thee to it. So Caroline, this is so interesting. You're saying materialism and obsession with the stuff that has led to a sense of isolation rather than connection. Wow, that is a very different take. And again, you know, there's no right or wrong. We're not reading for anyone. Okay. I'm trying to see where you got. Is that sort of the smugness of the happy merchant here? Like, where did you get the materialism? Is what I'd love to know. And Rebecca, some balance there. Is there balance, or is there balance needed? I don't know. I mean, totally up to you. Totally up to you. Oh, Mary sees it. Mary sees it. Balance between the head and the heart. Very interesting. Head and heart. I get it. Doing the elemental thing there. Caroline, I'm still going with materialism and where that comes from here. Is it that we see this as a merchant, even though it's cups? I'd love to know more about that. So, good exercise. Let's do one more of these. Okay, we're going to start with a card at random. And this time, we're going to use Mixuir. Since you've come in, and thank you for being a member, it's great to see you. Since you've come in during the teaching time and have asked a question, I will answer the question, but we're going to play, okay? Mixuir wants to know. Okay, so Mixuir lives in Canada. I did ring. There you are. So good to see you. Mixuir's pronouns are they, them. Mixuir is creative. I have no idea how old you are, Mixuir, but not old. Not old enough to know better, but not as old as me, and certainly not elderly. By any means, I'm thinking not even middle-aged. Mixuir sings, volunteers at a food bank. That's some back. 44, okay. Yeah, way younger than me. What a good age to be. I love that. Oh, wait a minute, 45. Okay, good enough. Okay, so here we go, everyone. Help me out. You don't have to pull cards. Just help me interpret these for Mixuir. Oh, Care Bear, you're 45 too. I liked being 45. I remember that age. That was a good age. Okay, the question is, will I be okay sleeping on the couch at my parents' house? And what do I need to know? Okay. First card, the 8 of Cups reversed. And to me, okay, now I'm really going to try to get a good answer here. So what are keywords for the 8 of Cups reversed? For me, it's like there's things where we are not... I don't think you can back out of it, whether you're okay or not okay. Okay, you're trying to get to that music festival the weekend after next, but can't do stairs to get up to the guest room. So you want to sleep on the couch in order to go to the festival. So, Mary pulled a card saying it takes you back to feeling like a kid. I feel like for the, I see what you're doing. You're doing exactly what I asked. You're interpreting this card. Thank you. The Eight of Cups reversed takes you back to feeling like a kid. Oh, see, that's a good interpretation. I didn't even think about it, and it makes perfect sense. What I was going to say is you must do this. You must do this. You must do this. And Mixture is all at you, Mary. Mary, don't read me like that. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Right, you can't get out of it quietly. You got to do it. You got to do it. So let's pull another card. Ace of Pentacles. So physically, sleeping on the couch, the stairs are hard for the guest room, so you have to sleep on the couch. I'm going to say you're going to be okay physically. Now, if we put these two cards together, let's give it a third for fun because we're out of here after this. We have the Eight of Cups reversed, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Everyone come in. Say something to Mixture. Mary Collins, it saves you some money. Very good. Very good. I'm going to say with the Seven of Cups into the Eight of Cups reversed, there are some family things that can be upsetting. Just don't go there. Just don't go there. Mixture, phew, this is fascinating. I might leave Sunday instead of Monday. Do not lean into your imagination. What do you think about the fact that we're one earth, two water, and the two water are numerically adjacent? What do you think about that? I'm going to say the whole thing's a journey. Dina Moscow, it's so good to see you. And Dina that is so Dina of you right now. Dina just comes on in with this great thing. You'll have some weird dreams on the couch. Hey, Zuri, so good to see you on Instagram. Mary, Seven of Cups, you might actually enjoy the ups and downs. So, Dina, regression, that's so good. That's so good. So I think now, let me ask you a question. If this were not here, would we feel as okay about it? I'm going to say no. I would say do it, but be careful. Here, I see the okayness brought by this card. Right? What do you think? Here, I think we're still okay. And Rebecca says that money saved might open up some new possibilities. Yeah. So I feel great about that. That's fabulous. And what a good exercise in a different kind of group reading. Dina, do not get wasted at the music festival. I'm in agreement. Right, and the Ace of Pentacles, Mary says, I agree, the Ace of Pentacles gives balance here. Yeah, absolutely. And Care Bear, it feels like you have no choice. I'm getting that too. And I don't know why you have no choice about this. Although, as someone who likes live music, I often feel like I have no choice but to go, even if I'm not feeling it. And I'm not saying you're not feeling it. I'm just saying that's me in that situation. But yeah, I agree with Care Bear. It feels like you have no choice. And make sure I really don't drink or do drugs. So perfect. All right. So that was a really fun exercise. We are in our last 2 minutes. It's time for shameless self-promotion. Wherever you are. Sorry, I didn't want to do that. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if there's something you would like to share, if there's something you would like people to know, is there a blog post you want to share, a website, a YouTube channel, whatever it is, go ahead and share it. Drop your shameless self-promotion here. Trish, good health for the Nine of Cups earlier. Yeah, I like that. Absolutely. Thanks for reminding me. Absolutely. So I'll do my shameless self-promotion right here, right now. I have an office in Stuart, Florida. You can see me there. You can see me from anywhere in the English-speaking world. Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp, phone, you name it, we can do that. Sunday, this coming Sunday, if you happen to be geographically somewhat nearby, we're doing our Cards and Conversation Tarot meetup in person at Panera Bread in Palm City, Florida. Join us. As I said earlier, I am making a very short trip to the west coast of Florida, to the Tampa Bay area, where I will be available for house parties and private readings, house parties, house calls, private readings, whatever. August 8th, 9th, and 10th. Hit me up if you're interested. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for playing. To the members and the moderators, thank you for your support of this channel. I will be back Friday with your Friday weekly wrap-up at noon. Please join us there. Right, Caroline, we have to see you. Yes, I would love that. I would love that. Reach out and let's figure it out. Absolutely. All right. My friends, I appreciate you all so very much. For those of you who are new here, welcome to our digital village. We have so much fun. Be good. Take care. I will see you all really soon. Be good.